Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
You know, you.
Okay.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 29-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
And I had more.
Check it, we're going to 53. Hey, look, 3.
Oh, that's right. That's under the skin dog.
This is Elliott.
Let's go. You ain't doing nothing today.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Nice.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
You're on Taravius Moore right now, right?
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
You ain't going nowhere. Check 9. We're going to 53.
Oh, excuse me.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels. I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through...
So like you went back to your old playbook?
Sanders shaking and baking. 8 yards there.
Oh, yeah.
Now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd.
Yeah, boy, I laughed at you when you talk about
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
You went back to sleep. Okay.
It's caught by Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Wentz on the give to Sanders. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
There we go. Pac-Man. 280. 54. Right. 54.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, saying, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. That's Aguilar with it on the jet sweep. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I shifted over here, he went in motion, but my man, I was on it, man. He juked.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Filling out process.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run with Pollard, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd
What was the
and
pad
10.
hike again?
Here we go, 46.
3, all right, hang
Here
on.
we go, 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10.
He ain't calling me back yet. He's in a meeting. I told him I could meet him. Meet him if he wanted to do that.
Yeah.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
We got Gabe, can you hear me? Okay. Hey, we got Gabe going on, if y'all want to do your, pads and stuff after y'all's game, just put up your broadcast and I'll jump on there. I can do, if both y'all gonna do it, I can watch 2 broadcasts, one on my TV, one on my phone.
And all the way up to the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid.
I got the broad TV on in my living room too. Shit.
All right.
Remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
There we go, back.
On first down, they run with Howard. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Yeah.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Oh, you were saying Hollow, he's a champion.
Second and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Wentz throwing complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Here we go. 120.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of 2 there. Second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now and they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. He may try and run for this. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Duke Riley. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. It's a keeper with Prescott. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run with Sanders. And an alley to run. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
On 1st down, Howard. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Here we go. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Let's go.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Go. 180. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. It's a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. That pick-6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Y'all hear me? Big Guy game. You got two halfbacks in that fullback slot. You can continue playing this game. You're going to get a division loss for that. All right? Yeah.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I mean, you can
they
pause
are
and go
looking to
look
make a
at
bit
it.
of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Are you done? Okay, cool.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Switch.
You what?
Go to 54. Why?
You want to skate?
To throw is Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Duke Riley able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Blue second is in the second quarter. You have to do it at the beginning of the game.
I file it away because
I mean, I knew that I was calling him to confirm
as this game goes on.
And I asked him, I said, is it?
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's
just keep playing your game. You're fine. Don't worry about it. Blue said, like anybody caught it in this second quarter,
man, it's Michael
they can't close the app. It has to be at the beginning of the game.
The 35 before he's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, that's going to be...
so here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check.
Schedule.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Going on now, you got
this team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Eric, you still in here?
Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
Eric.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
49, guys. Mike. Go to 54. Why?
They'll throw again. Prescott. Man open, that's complete. As they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. We're going to 54. Why?
Prescott yet again. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A First opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. This is first and goal from about the 8. To the air again, Prescott. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to pour it on. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Go. Go. Check 99. Check 99.
Now Prescott. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the 37-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Sponge. No. Then we're going to 53.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
You think you're going to get this? Here we go. Go to 54. Wide 8. Check 43. Under 26.
Now Prescott. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
All right, T, let's check. All right, T.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Check 6 guys. He's cracked. We're going to 54. Why is? 26.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott, and it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Hello.
Here we go. Back. 280. Hey, bus.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go. Man 5-7. 180. QB drop.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Wentz. Well, this is caught by Jackson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
180. Watch the twist.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The sack by Robert Quinn. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
74.
Here's Wentz to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Great 15, great 15. 55.
To throw, it's Wentz. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Robert Quinn picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
Do you think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Well, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Here we go. 280! 48's the money. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. Why? Hey, forward, Tokyo!
Play action. Now Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now a carry for Sanders. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Here we go. 180! Get that quarterback, D-line! Get that quarterback, D-line! D-line, get that quarterback!
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So out comes the field goal team once more. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. Back now in Arlington, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Cowboys on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is third down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Prescott now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. First and 5.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Prescott to throw it. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and that'll bring up second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Hey, kill.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
We're going to 53. Here we go, 47. 26.
Prescott from the gun on third. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 10. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Sanders. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
First down, Philadelphia.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I'm going to come back.
Running with Howard. And an alley to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180. Got to do better.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. On play action, Wentz. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. It's a jet sweep as they get this to Jackson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, it's Sanders. Dropped at the 35. Able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Wentz to throw. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good. But this